What's up, YouTube? How we doing today? I go by the name of Who is Tashiana. If you are new to this channel, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe to your girl. If you are returning, hey beauty, what's going on? How are you guys doing today? How is your mental on a scale of 1 to 10? You know your girl had to come in and check in with you guys. I am doing really good, you guys. Guess what? I'm an 8.5. Today I want to talk about things that I wish I knew in my 20s. These things are just constantly changing, right? It's changing fast, right? From one moment you was staying with your parents, next moment you was hanging out with your girls, you was hanging out with your boys. Next thing you know, fear, doubt done came out of nowhere. You're wondering if you're making the right decisions. And of course, you're trying to figure out life. But if there's one thing I can tell you, is that there are going to be highs and lows, there's going to be breakthroughs. But if you embrace what you're going through intentionally, if you listen, if you learn, if you be optimistic, and if you serve to others and not yourself, you're going to come out on top. You know, now that I'm in my 30s, I can honestly say, like, in my 20s, there was a lot of ups and downs. There was a lot of discouragement. There was a lot of overcoming. And now that I can reflect back on those moments and I can honestly understand what I was going through, and I'm still becoming and reinventing who I am today, I think now is the moment to speak to those in a way of like a mentor or a coach or whatever you want to call it, because that is what I didn't have. I don't have all the answers, but I do have some advice for those that are in their 20s. Alrighty, y'all, so I am going to attempt to garden with this glove on. I'm not that type of person. Normally I like to garden with my hands in the soil and stuff. However, I'm also cooking, so I don't really want to get my hands dirty for real. But one of the things that I want to talk about is routine, right? Let me tell you something. Routine is going to be the best thing that's going to be on your side, okay? Like, I am in my 30s, right? And I am just now, maybe 3 years in, learning about stillness, okay? Like, when you in a routine, you learn time and energy, and it helps you to build like self-discipline. It helps you to like maximize like your time and energy. It helps you to be on a schedule to help you to reduce like stress and anxiety. Like, you guys do not know like how much anxiety like you go through like in your 20s, mainly because like this is where you're learning your identity. And of course, like in your 20s, you're at that stage where, you know, like, well, for some of you guys, not all of you guys, but you know, you want to party hard, you know, you want to do what your friends are doing, you know, you want to grind hard, you want to chase the money, you want to do like all of these like expensive things, right? One thing that I can tell you guys is that burnout is real, right? Yeah, you work hard, but you don't want to work out hard enough where it's at the expense of like your well-being, you know? And with a routine, it helps you to like shape your purpose, like I said, like your identity. And once you continue to develop that at a younger age, when you get in your 30s like me, a routine is going to be easy for you, because when you're lacking in certain areas, you're going to reflect right back into, okay, this is what I need to do, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself back on track. So a routine, develop a healthy routine, is necessary. Hey Jay.
Hey.
I have a question for you. One thing that they can utilize in their 20s that you wish you would have did.
Already not sleeping probably much. Don't use that to fuck off. Use that energy to develop who you want to be in life. Because that energy gonna wear off in a good 7-8 years. If you do good, it might take a little longer because you're treating your body right. But use that energy you got now to better your future self.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, beauties. So now that we went over routine, I think that it's fitting that we talk about control, right? So, control does not make you less of a passive or powerless individual, right? Letting go of control means that there are some things that I cannot handle right now, so I am willing to build a team, right? And the reason why I want to talk about control is because that is something that I felt like I missed out on in my 20s. I wanted to be the person who was strong. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be strong, but wanting to do everything and wanting to have so much control of everything in your life will leave you burnt out. It will leave you stressed. It will leave your anxiety high. And once you start letting go of control, you start learning that it's just a process. It's okay to also let the right people in. It's okay to evolve. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say, you know what, I cannot handle it all right now. It is time for me to bring other individuals into my life and to just let go. You know, it's about the unexpected beauty in life, right? It's about not letting past mistakes hinder you for your future self, you know, for who you are becoming. And who you are becoming, you will not know that person right away, you know what I'm saying? But you learn as you grow, you learn as you become more open-minded, you learn through life experiences, right? And you learn through what life has to offer. And we're not talking to deplete your goals, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want to develop and also embrace a more fulfilling life instead of worrying about stress and anxiety. And of course, that comes along the way, right? But if you can decrease control, then you'll be able to evolve more. And in your 20s, you definitely need structure. Let's talk about this. Let's get in the habit of clarifying our visions, whether it's career, lifestyle, and relationships. And not just that. Let's also talk about creating systems, rituals, budgeting, emergency fund, credit building. Start investing small. These are the things that you need to start working on in your 20s. And of course, you're going to experiment and expand on different things and stuff or whatever. However, before you know it, you are going to be in your 30s and you are going to be mad that you wasted so much time. Truth be told, this is your time to stack your money, to always prepare for a rainy day, and to let go of the distractions. And please never ever stop dating yourself. Take yourself to a nice movie. Pour yourself a nice glass of wine. Make yourself a dinner. Have spa day at home. Don't stop dating yourself. It's been a couple of days since I was recording. I actually wasn't feeling well. Hello, how are you? One of the things I want to talk about is aiming more towards your superpower. A lot of times for most of us, either our superpower or our gifts are either hidden, or we have been just naturally born with our gifts and been utilizing them since we were younger, you know? So while you're in your 20s, I would definitely say aim more towards your gifts, you know, something that you are naturally good at. And like myself, there are some of us that have multiple talents, right? You know, as you get older, you feel as though like you have to use like all of your talents at one time. But as I am in my 30s, talking to the younger generation, I think that there is a time and a place to utilize each one of your gifts in seasons. And the biggest tip, never, never suppress your gifts or turn your gifts follow, okay? Never do that. You want to nourish your gift. You want to sow your seed. You want to continue to water your seed for it can blossom. Alrighty, beauties. So these are a couple things that I wish that I knew in my 20s, and I hope that you guys are going to be able to utilize this. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys on the next vlog.